Hello. Happy Thursday, and welcome to the Superior Adventurers Guild Twitch channel. I am North Shore DM, otherwise known as Chad. You can tell that we are about to play our Svilland campaign. I'm wearing my Svilland headband. It's not really a Svilland headband, but it's a Norse headband. Midwinter Keening. I'm excited to get into it. Hopefully you are too. My players are. I hope they're really good fakers too, though. So sometimes you never know. Let's see who's around. Let's meet some people.
What? Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
We're here.
We are.
Are we introducing ourselves now?
That's normally the order of operations.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Andy. I'm playing Stieg Egilson, a 3rd level Runewalker wizard, and he is very excited to be leaving town. He likes to get out and about.
Yeah.
Boot in a boot.
Hitting a bit.
I am Ashley, and I play Astrid Bouldersdotter. And I am a level 3 Gothi of Balder, which is a cleric. And I'm excited to rescue this poor girl who has been kidnapped. Like one of, I think, the 4th girl or person, child, young person who's been kidnapped.
Like an epidemic.
I know, like, hide your kids.
Hide your wife?
Hide your kids.
Hide your wife.
We're definitely getting good at rescuing kidnapped people. There's no doubt about it.
I mean, that's a good skill set to have.
Heck yeah. Hey, everybody. I'm Dave. I will be playing Vidar Gormson tonight. He is a 3rd level ranger Scotty, which is a really cool new subclass from the Svilland campaign setting book. They're really cool. They are essentially rangers who are built for fighting and surviving and thriving in the cold, frigid north where this game is set. So Vidar is definitely more in his element when he is out in the wildlands, but has been having some fun interacting with these crazy people in the town of Mulgore. So we'll see what happens next.
Delightful. Hi, I'm Michael. I will be playing Gunther, an Allah or paladin of Thor. And wow, yeah, we are like a kidnap response team at this point. So it's good. We're getting a specialization and we're getting training on the job. That's great. A little bit less good that it keeps happening. I'm sure it has nothing to do with a giant hand grasping an iron spear emerging from the frozen ground. Nah, it's nothing. Don't worry about that. Oh, also, hi, I'm Michael, and I'll be playing, oh gosh, Amanda's
Paya.
character, Paya the Unforgettable, who
Which
clearly I
is-
just forgot.
Yeah, no doubt. Oh boy.
Oh man.
Don't worry. If you're watching this at some point in the future, Amanda, don't worry. Not gonna have Paya do anything terribly interesting, but sit in the back, throw insults, and maybe keep us from dying. We'll see how that goes.
Well, you're not going to deliver any babies? Like, out in
That
the
depends how the situation goes. If
downtime.
it comes to it, I have had limited medical training and could perform a birth by just kind of standing there.
I mean, they really just birth themselves, right?
Yeah.
No, that's not really.
Not
how
so
it
much.
That's how it works.
Yeah. Although, nope, we don't need to get into that.
No,
Nope.
okay.
Yeah, good call.
Depending on in some cult, never mind. I know a lot of things that are interesting sometimes. Anyway, yes. Wow. Hello. Let's
Should we
talk
take it from the
about some.
top? Let's take it from the
Yeah,
top.
let's
It's
take
gonna
let's
be
start
good
it.
today.
Hang on,
It's gonna be good.
go back.
Let's start it over.
We have some cool things we would like to share with you that we're excited about. that we're doing, that we're a part of. Let me start there. Let me start there. It's convention season, right? And slightly in the future, a few months from now, there are 2 conventions the month of October that we will be taking part in. The first is Virtual Greyhawk Con, a convention living in an online space, celebrating the breadth of Greyhawk, which is a super classic Dungeons and Dragons setting from back in the day, the brainchild of one Gary Gygax, all that jazz. This convention is kind of helmed by a guy named Lord Gazumba, who has a fantastic Twitch channel, and he invite us? Did he
Yes.
say, "Hey"? Yeah, so he invited us to join this. We're going to be running a game. It's going to be super fun. You'll be able to register for it within the week. Registration opens on July 1st. I'm super excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of different folks like us, and then folks who are not like us, aka that have very successful channels and do really, really good stuff, as opposed to the good stuff that we do. A lot of different people. It's going to be a lot of fun that you'll be able to play games with, and or just watch streams or whatever, whatever you got to do. And then at the end of that month, at the end of October, is Gamehole Con, which is a fantastic convention that exists physically in the city of Madison, Wisconsin, but it will also have a virtual component, which is what we'll be taking part in October 21st through the 24th. I will be personally running 2 games. One, a game called Xeno Dead Zone, which is a love letter to the first part of the Aliens franchise, not the later part, because none of that was great. And I'm also going to be running a game called Bearcats, which is a love letter to Red Dawn and the concept of young kids with high-powered weapons protecting their town from invaders. In this case, it's aliens, and they're in space. So I'm super excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, you'll be able to sign up for those. I think registration for Gamehole Con in both virtual and physical form also starts around the 1st of July, if I remember my dates right, which I rarely do. That's why I have a phone. But it's super fun. It's if you like a medium-sized convention, if the PAXs or the what's the Gen Con, if that's too big for you, and Gen Con is real big. Gamehole Con is a nice medium size. I don't know what it's going to be like this year. You have to be vaccinated to go physically, so that's kind of cool. So people are safe because they take that stuff seriously. Yeah, check them out. It's going to be awesome. We're excited to play games and meet new people and play more games. Dave, what do you got for us? Andy does have something.
What? I don't have anything.
You do.
Oh, that's right, I do. Hey, everybody, we got merch. We got t-shirts, we got tank tops, we got hoodies, crew neck sweatshirts. Come on.
Who wears
And look at
those?
this. Just going on here today, I noticed there's a new design. There's a new Vidar t-shirt. Get out. We got masks so you don't get the Rona, stickers, magnets. Hey, and one with the
Love
artwork.
that one so
That's
much.
fucking sweet.
Go
That's
check
so
it out.
cool.
I'll post a link in the chat or just a string of text. I don't know if it's an actual link. All right. Okay, and that's it.
Awesome.
Buy cool stuff.
Yeah. If you like it,
Do we?
if you like it, buy it.
We're not sure how commerce or
Is that how
money
that works?
works. We're just
yeah, money
happy to
is
be
a
here,
mystery
folks.
to me still. We
Show your nerd pride.
yeah. Tell people that you like what we do by wearing our virtual faces on your shirt.
I mean, it's not our actual. Yeah. Okay.
It's our virtual
Sure.
face. Yeah. Because it's your character's face. It's like a virtual face.
Okay. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Stop touching my face.
Hey, there he is.
Nice. So good. So good. Also, if you think that art is really cool, go check out Runehammer Games. When his commissions are open, he does commissions, and he does fantastic art like that, which we commissioned from him, and I love it so much. Also, when we'll get to a point where we're using a virtual tabletop, and you'll see it, and that virtual tabletop will be different from tabletops you're used to seeing. It's called the Runehammer virtual tabletop. It's which you can get access by joining his Patreon. For $1, you get access to his super simple, ultra light tabletop. Just a place to put a map, put tokens, roll dice. And there's music now. You can do music, which is super cool. Yeah, lots of fun stuff. Anyway, let us get on to the game, which means a slight recap by yours truly. So last session, Vidar was accosted by some village Utes.
Utes.
Probably not a sort of thing that he is unused to, aka he's used to being picked on perhaps by Utes, I'm sure, but in this case they decided to pick on him because now he's no longer a thrall and he thinks he's all high and mighty, meh. And they threw some snowballs at him and tried to rough him up, but turns out that he can do flips and shit, and he knows a little bit about wrestling. And was able to skedaddle and get out. Oh, it was the spells too. You casted some spells. It was cool. And escaped from their clutches, literal clutches, as they were trying to grab and punch and that sort of thing. Paya, of course, who also has a history as a thrall, has been, I don't know that choked up is the right word. Worried at any rate. She has bad feelings about what's happening with Vidar. Expressed such feelings to somebody. I don't remember exactly who, but she did.
Boyfriend.
Oh yeah, Absalom, the innkeeper. And she's worried that he'll die because who gives up their cool man property?
You mean who would give up man property?
Who would give up man property?
Not me.
Yeah, exactly. And the party was kind of attempting to kind of recenter themselves and get back together after a kind of a very nice week of downtime. When of course, as Stieg was like about to be like, "Oh hey guys, I made it, I'm here," he was of course cut short as a young man burst into the inn where they were meeting and was like, "Oh help, my sister, she's missing." Which of course the party was like, "Hey, we got you, dude. We're do-gooders and stuff. Whoa, figure it out." That's kind of what you said.
Exactly like that. That's exactly how I remember.
And you questioned him. You went with them and checked it out. They're from from one of the outer farmsteads, of course, staying in town due to the current bandit menace. And they're staying with a woman named Erna. He found some interesting tracks. Evidently, she had been absconded from the dwelling place and carried around back out, and you all followed their tracks along the back wall, past the blacksmith's shop, past the fighting and training yard, where they used a rope to kind of climb over some cliffs and scale the wall and get out of town. You of course were like, "That's not good. Let's go track him down." So you ran back and grabbed any gear that you might need for an excursion into the north, and took after them, tracking them. So far, now two sets of prints as 3 sets of prints. Really? I thought I said there was 2 because it started out as 3, but then then it became 2, then 4, then 8. No,
4 then
that
3.
happens later. Okay, 4 then 3. Okay, so now there are 3 men, 3 individuals walking, one perhaps maybe carrying somebody. Who knows? We'll find out, I guess. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. I said too much. Roll initiative. No. So we find ourselves, of course, here at the beginning again. You are, maybe like a mile or so out of town. You have kind of followed these tracks out, kind of along the kind of cliff and hill and rises between the river, or before the river to the south of you, and kind of between that and the farmhouses that are right there near the edge of town, kind of by where Gunder lives. And you follow these tracks as they kind of hit into the tree line, and yeah, the day is kind of gray. It is not a super clear day. It's not like precipitous. It's not snowing. Precipitous. There we go.
Rainy?
That's not. It's not. It's not. It is neither rainy nor snowy, but it is gray and overcast. It's cold, as you're used to. Yeah. How, my friends, would you like to proceed?
By
This
following
caper.
them tracks.
Yes, let's continue.
Did we catch up with Vidar? Okay, yes.
I think we all stuck together.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Iceland, of course, will be out front, kind of circling and watching for anything that might lay in wait.
Okay. Why don't we have I guess a survival roll for tracking. And
Can
that
I
sort of
assist
thing.
him?
Sure.
All right.
I will assist him. I
Are you
being
skilled
Gunther.
in? Are you skilled in survival?
I don't think so. Hold on.
I am.
Mm,
Do you want?
okay.
I can assist him.
And
I'm gonna-
You
I'm
I
assist him.
also I already have advantage because of my Scotty.
He does.
So
And never
I would-
mind.
I would like to put forth something,
Mm.
and I don't know if this is a thing. I don't know if people talk about. I just had this idea just now. But do you think it makes sense that if you want to assist somebody, that you are also skilled in that skill? I guess you can assist. Maybe that
yeah,
doesn't mean
because
anything.
I've been out with people
Maybe
who are
that's
like, you're looking for something like, oh, what about this? Is this the track? And you're like, you know what? Good call.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, never mind then. Carry on.
You can go either way though.
Yeah.
All right. So
Make it up as I go.
avantage. Whoa, that'll
Yeah.
teach me.
Oh.
So a total of 25. Is that
Sweet.
good?
Nice.
Is that?
Yeah,
Did we win?
that's
I mean-
really. I mean, yeah,
I think that's as
yeah.
good as you can get.
Yeah.
You can
Alright.
get better. He's a ranger.
This is easier than I thought.
So a few things.
As I almost got my
So
ass kicked
you,
last time.
the first thing that you kind of figure out, kind of by, at one point you kind of take a knee and take a good hard look, at these tracks, and you can tell, perhaps, by the size of and shape of the crystals of the snow and the compression of the different layers of snow and in and around these footprints, you get a feeling that these folks are about 8 hours ahead of you.
And what time of day is it right now, approximately? Like midday?
It's like, I think probably late morning, or yeah, so like, whatever the equivalent of 11ish, maybe 10 to 11ish would
About
be.
second breakfast time.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
Yum.
Yeah. By Shire reckoning, second breakfast time.
Deviled eggs.
And you are able to kind of spot this kind of section of tracks very well, and you use your expert cunning and your skill at woodcraft and travel, and help your fellows and you shave an hour's lead off of them, by being able to kind of maximize your traveling. I don't. You know what I mean. You do what you do good, and it makes you go faster.
Okay. They have quite a head start on us. If we intend to catch them, we might want to pick up the pace a bit. We all have snowshoes, I think. Is that correct?
Yeah, you have skis, and everybody else has snowshoes.
Okay.
At least you did. If you
Mm-hmm.
like gambled them away or broke them, or
Lit him on fire. Was like,
Yeah.
fuck it.
These are things
This
that are
Don't need
useless.
these
girl.
anymore.
that's how you killed the goat, right?
It was totally accidental.
That's why you killed the goat.
Goat got
The goat ate the
complicated, that's all I'm saying.
snowshoes.
That's
Choked
why
on
you
it.
killed it.
That's the problem when you make your snowshoes out of the same thing that you feed your goat.
Goats eat
The goat's
everything.
the goat's gonna eat it. Now that I have friends who are farmers and they regularly feed their animals what we call tree hay, which is just like topped ash and like birch and whatnot. Like, yeah, that's what you made snowshoes out of, and that's what goats eat. So anyway, no, you all have snowshoes because I don't think anybody ate their snowshoes. Yeah, so you
Anyway.
So I'm prepared to handle this question that you, of course, just put forth in a handful of ways. You can travel at a normal pace, which won't gain the travel itself won't gain or lose any time, barring say a critical success or a critical failure on that skill check. You can go really slow, which we won't even talk about because that's a dumb option. Or you can say push yourselves to go a little faster, which will modify. We'll just say we'll raise the difficulty of the kind of survival rolls to track. I won't take away advantage. I don't necessarily like doing that. But I'll modify I'll make it more difficult, but of course you will have advantage. And so you'll be able to shave time off automatically by moving at a faster pace. And then also, based on your rolls as well.
Okay. I suggest we move faster.
Chad, what is the weather like right now?
Um,
Is it fair? Is it like particularly nasty out?
It's not. It's like I said earlier, it's just kind of a gray, kind of overcast, not super windy. And maybe it's actually windier outside of the kind of the forested area that you're in. But
Okay.
it's
Then
not
it should
it's not
be
a super big deal.
fine.
It is you are kind of moving through a fairly heavy wooded area, but this is like pre-French showing up to northern America, northern Minnesota, so it's like big freaking trees, pre-logging, big trees, good space, lots of like red pines and stuff, big ass white spruce.
Lots of ass birch.
Incidentally, Astrid, you have an advantage from Kai Whimsy.
Thank you.
Nice.
I appreciate it.
Which also reminds me, if you're watching live and you want to help out either myself, which would be amazing, or these folks, you can cheers 100 bits to grant somebody advantage. Just go bits, name, done. We appreciate it because it helps us out, be able to get new D&D stuff to do here for you.
We do love stuff. Next to things, it's my favorite stuff.
Yeah. Also, it helps the players not get killed sometimes.
True. Very true.
Chad is
I
trying to
haven't
kill
really-
us.
I
Well,
suppose they did anyway.
Vidar is going to pick up the pace because he wants to catch
Okay.
these people before nightfall.
Okay.
Awesome.
Gundar,
If
because he
possible.
trusts Vidar, will go with it. The player is skeptical of this idea, but let's see where it goes.
There will also be after like say a number of these periods of travel and checks and movement at this pace, there will be probably like a endurance type roll, because of course you're moving through snow even at a forced pace, even with good traveling abilities. You get winded
Fair.
would be the technical term in Dungeons and Dragons. All right. So you pick up the pace, Vidar. I would also like, do you have a particular sort of order that the lot of you are using?
Gundar will be flying about 100 feet up, just to ensure no one sneaks up on the party.
Interesting.
Hmm. So what
Okay.
spell is it that you're?
Thor is awesome. Baldur is good. Thor is awesome. No, I'm kidding. I think we need Vidar up front technically. At which point I think Gundar would be next, just in case shit's hit fan.
Okay.
I
I'll
think
be
we
s-
should put the squishy wizard in the middle.
Yeah.
He's
So
wearing
like
armor.
So like when I'm trying to keep up, I don't fall too far behind. I just keep people behind me going, a little bit slower.
Right.
It's called the wagon wheel.
Yeah.
You have to, when he slows everybody down, you all go around, and now he's in the front.
I'll be the pace setter. Just kidding. Vidar
No.
is.
Gunder, you have a advantage now as well.
Oh, I'm quite aware. All I had to do was cut a deal with the devil known as Kai Whimsy.
You're keeping the lights on, Kai. Keeping the lights on. All right, awesome. Let's see, perhaps a roll of survival.
Ah.
For
How
all
does
of us or just
survival
the
work?
first?
Just who's ever leading.
That's a Vitter.
18.
18.
I'm so
Um,
glad you have advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Let me give me 1 second. I need to look at a thing. Oh no. Wait. Shit.
So we're giving away that PDF, right? Of
Thank you.
Svilland.
Mm-hmm.
That's
You know it.
awesome.
It is the revised version of the campaign setting, Ashley. In fact.
Ooh,
Yeah.
The art
mean,
of
it
it
has-
is amazing.
beautiful
Yeah,
art. Yes,
really is.
absolutely.
It's super nice.
Okay, there we go. 18. Yeah, you're able to kind of adjust to moving quick and keeping an eye. It's actually fairly easy to follow these tracks through here. There's the snow is it's not like super deep because of course again you're under a good amount of pine cover, which offers a very nice high canopy. So it's pretty easy to spot where these brigands, perhaps these fellers, are going. Even at your extra speed, you don't succeed in a way that gives you even more time off, but you do. You are now at. Let's see, so you were at 8 minus 1 is 7, so you are now at like 6.5 hours. You've gained a half hour.
We're coming.
Nice.
They're taking the
Very
hobbits to Isengard.
Very
yeah.
slowly. We're coming.
You know, let's see. Why don't why don't you give me 2 sets of rolls? Well, we'll get through some of the.
2 sets
don't need
of survival rolls.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, here's the first set. 21 and 21.
Okay.
Fucking ranger powered.
Yeah.
You
Just skiing along.
you get a pretty big you do really well. The lot of you kind of almost force marching this as much as you can force march in snow. Vidar, you're kind of ranging up. You're almost like a little bit like a dog because you're on skis, right? So you range out in front and then you're like, oh, and then you come back and wait for them and then ski, like
Sure.
if you ever been on a walk with a dog, that's what they do.
Like
certain
grouse
dogs, I
hunting,
guess.
they run
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
rough grouse hunting, and then they flush up the
Yeah.
grouse or they come back to you. Yeah, I gotcha.
And you're ranging out and around and sometimes you kind of when Iceland is near you, you kind of get into her eyeballs and see what's around, and you don't really see a whole lot of anything that is troubling through her eyes, other than animals and stuff. and you gain about you gain another hour on them
Yes.
over the next few hours of traveling. It's about early afternoon now. You've been following. You can see the kind of mostly frozen expanse of the Red River off to your left. And this is kind of about, or I'm sorry, not the Red River, what I call the River Red. It's the river that flows into the Red River. It's a different river. Um, the one that flows
Names
near
are confusing
Mulgore.
in Svilish.
I know, yeah. And you've been for the most part, you've kind of been following these dudes' trail, in this kind of almost, you're within like a few yards at times of the riverbank, as you move through the forest, and you see, where animal tracks have kind of crossed and things like that. And actually at one point, you had noticed two other sets of tracks had joined their set of tracks. Um, these two tracks had come out of the north, so from your kind of right hand side as you're traveling, and kind of joined up, and it looks like they had taken a rest at one point. You can see where they set. It's very obvious where they had set down. What you have to imagine is this um, Tyra, yeah.
Do they appear to be on skis or snowshoes or anything like that? Or are they walking just on their feet?
They were walking before, and now kind of at this meeting with these other two dudes or whoever, in the gender neutral sense, dudes, like as they go out from this like break, they have snowshoes on.
Okay.
And you've been rolling good. You can kind of tell. You can tell by like the markings in the snow, that they have her pretty bound up. Like you can see like where like her butt was and like where arms were, and then you can see like the indentations of rope,
Mm.
kind of tying her
She's
up.
bound.
Can
Yeah.
I look at the tracks and see? I mean, are any of these people like barefoot, like we were that one dude that we encountered before?
Sure. You look, even without needing to roll that, these folks are booted. And that was a thing that I think Stieg had asked that originally, when you first found these tracks about, or somebody did.
Correct, but now there are more tracks.
Yes,
More
yes.
people.
No, yeah. And these new guys, these new dudes, not barefoot. They are in fact booted. Good question, though. Good question. And you're gonna carry on, I imagine.
I had this idea where while I'm looking through Iceland's eyes as she's soaring above, and I'm watching the landscape through her eyes, and suddenly she sees a winter vole scurrying from tree to tree, and she just kind of takes off while I'm sort of watching through her eyes, and she swoops down and just buries herself in the soft snow and grabs it and flies back up, and it's just like, like I'm diving into the snow face first.
Everybody watches in strangeness as Vidar also does the same thing. Vidar, what are you doing?
Eyes on the prize, buddy.
Yeah, that's
She's
cool.
hungry.
There's just a mouse in his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's have another survival roll. Oh, nice.
24 this time.
You and then give me let's have a perception roll for Iceland, please, as well.
And she has
Does it use sight?
advantage on perception.
Yes, a sight based.
22 for Iceland.
Nice. Man, so many 19s, bro.
Yeah, nice rolling.
Yeah.
That's good. So again, you make fantastic time tracking these fellas. They are now, you can tell, moving much better than they were now that they're on snowshoes. No match for the speed that you guys are putting on as a group. Of course, you're also not carrying a conscious or unconscious or struggling person or whatever it would be. But you and at one point during kind of this section of time, as you're all kind of tracking, following these tracks, you can see that Vidar, you notice that these the trail may, it appear, lead across the river. And Iceland kind of flits. She's a fucking owl. Flies, swoops, within range of your connectedness, and you see an image in your mind from her kind of view of a large a large tree, kind of slightly above some of the other trees in the area, and you see a number of birds kind of flit off and take flight, and then you see and they kind of fly off, and they're like small birds. But then you see you see two large kind of black sort of birds kind of take flight from a tree a little bit like to the right of, I'm waving, that doesn't help anybody, to the right from where that those little birds flew off from, kind of in a flock, and kind of like these two birds, much larger, with her eyesight, with that roll and her eyesight, easily larger than she is, some kind of raptor. You get a feeling from her that there is perhaps something wrong with them. They are sick, maybe. They're a little weird, but you kind of see them in her vision, and they kind of like circle up and gain some altitude and then start moving your direction. And she kind of, the vision ends as she kind of like wings away, kind of coming back towards you.
Are there trees near us at this point that we could hide underneath?
Yeah, you're still kind of in tree cover.
Okay.
You're, maybe like a few, maybe like, within 10 feet of kind of the edge where the tree break happens kind of before the river. So you're kind of still in not like heavy tree cover, but a good moderate tree cover. And there are plenty of trees that you could get
I'll call
secured.
I'll call it to the others. There are eyes on us from above. Get beneath the tree branches, and I'll sort of like gesture for people to sort of get underneath the tree or up against the trunk of some of the trees that are nearby.
Okay.
I
That's good.
go and hide, but I kind of angle so to see if I can see what it is that is flying
Sure.
around?
Sure.
I'll be next to Astrid, and I'll just kind of point up and see right there. You see the two raptors above.
Gunder's stealth is shit. He's just gonna try and hide.
So let's have everybody roll a nice. Sorry, Steve. What do you?
I was just gonna say I'm in a snowbank covering myself with branches.
You're gonna
Yep.
fucking predator it.
Going,
Just
going
like
all for. I'm going way too far with it.
yeah.
What is like PETA like covering himself in the bank in the Mockingjay series, like so he doesn't get murdered by the other kids.
That's
I don't know.
Even
works.
with disadvantage,
I don't know.
I rolled an 18.
What was that?
Nice. Stealth, please. Yes.
16.
16, 18.
Because Gunder's trained in that, it turns out.
God damn.
I got a 19 stealth.
19
Nice.
for Vidar as well.
Wow. You guys
I'm
are
gonna survive, man.
no shit. Rock stars.
We got some good dice so far.
Yeah. I will. Michael, could you roll for Paya, please?
Uh-oh.
It's just like, oh yeah, what about Paya though?
Is that 7 plus
what's
anything?
What's that for her?
She is +2,
9
so it is
total?
a total
Okay.
of 9.
9. Okay.
So yeah, you all kind of get under cover pretty well. I should here. Let me do this. Blah. Okay. Yeah, Vidar, you point out to Astrid. The two of you can clearly kind of see, kind of through like a series of branch openings. These kind of two large, kind of some kind of raptor bird.
And they look sick.
Why don't you give me, if you want to try, give me a perception roll for you for that.
That was the vibe that I was getting from your description of what Iceland
Yes.
was
Yep,
kind of
that's what
giving me,
she
but, yeah.
had that feeling.
What do you want me to roll? Nature? Medicine?
Perception.
I can
Yeah.
do all that.
Just to ask while the roll is coming through, they're not going to get low enough to be within 60 feet of the ground, right?
I mean, they are not at the moment.
Okay, just checking. Carry on.
18.
18. It's so they it's hard to tell. They look kind of let's say the wing outline looks a little ragged. You know how you see you've seen like you get like I see a lot in like crows. You get crows that have obviously been fighting a lot of stuff, and their kind of wings get chewed up a bit, and so kind of those back feathers are there's like a missing tip or whatever, and so you get kind of this ragged edge. It kind of looks like that on these, but otherwise it's hard to tell like any super details at this kind of distance. They're still, like I said, it's kind of off through the trees. So you're kind of glimpsing them through these spots.
Okay.
And you and Aster are kind of, you're kind of looking at kind of following these. And you look over, and, you can see Gunder, crouched down, like at the ready as always, I imagine, ready to do some shit, ready to throw down against some birds.
Don't fuck with no birds. They fucking here to get fucked up.
And Stieg is like burying himself in a snowbank. It's like if you knew what a dolphin was, like he's
Covering
like,
my legs with snow.
yeah. And Paya's kind of like crouched down and like maybe slightly less well, but that's not what gets it. What gets it is as you kind of are kind of taking stock of your fellows and kind of tracking these birds, you hear the definite sounds not one, but two answering wolf howls from kind of that direction. So one of them from kind of behind you, and one of them from like to the north of you.
We've got a situation, and he knocks an arrow.
Gunder readies his spear and says out loud, "Perhaps they are unrelated," in a completely unconvincing voice.
Why would you think
are
that?
normal birds, right?
Does it seem
really
like the
hope
birds
they're
have
normal
taken
birds.
notice of us? Like, are they interested in us? Are they kind of focused on our location, spotting, if you will, perhaps?
Yeah, you get again, it's hard to tell, but you get the feeling that they're looking for something. Like they're kind of doing that as they kind of fly, they kind of start doing that like circle kind of like pattern. They're kind of, looking, they know that there's something
Yeah.
that they're kind of
Oh, like-
circling and looking for it.
Vidar
Like that
turns to
vulture.
Yeah,
Vidar
like kind of what
turns to
vultures will do.
Astrid and says, "Everything is connected out here."
That's true. Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna get out my shield and my sword and just, be at the ready, waiting for something to leap out.
If it gets bad, climb the trees. And did you say that the wolves were nearby, nearish by, from the sound of their howling?
The one to the north sounded closer than the other one, than the
Okay.
one to back the way you came.
Vidar just readies himself.
Okay. I'm going to look at something really quick.
Oh, I am going to just tap Vidar on the shoulder and say, I'm sure it's gonna be fine, and I'm gonna cast guidance.
Nice.
Thank you. Remind me what that does.
So it's up to a minute. One willing creature, once before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to one ability check.
D4, baby.
Okay, thank you.
As with all good things involving clerics, it involves a D4.
Vidar will also move over to Stig's position, knowing that Astrid can fend for herself. He moves over to Stig and says, "Stig, if it gets bad, climb the tree. It will keep you out of the wolf's grasp,
Okay, I'll remember that.
at least for a bit longer."
Shouldn't be too hard to figure out if it gets that bad.
Okay.
At least you'll be the last to die.
Okay.
If you can't climb the tree, then just stand behind me.
Got it.
Vidar's gonna reach out and put his hand on Stig's shoulder and try to cast guidance.
Okay. Is that a spell that you have?
No.
What are you doing?
You're just imitating it, like
Exactly. He's kind of like emulating what Astrid just did.
Wow, I don't know if you can do that same thing.
It's good. Don't worry about it.
All right.
It's a good touch.
like I blessed you. Like what?
Stig just kind of awkwardly puts his hand on Vidar's shoulder. Okay.
Gunder just over here and hunkered down beneath a pine tree, just
Yeah, you have no idea what's happening. You're like, what are these fools doing? This is weird. There's like hand clapping, gang signs happening. Somebody just, I think you're pretty sure that Vidar just told Gunder to steal home. Like, yeah, so you all kind of hunker down at the ready, waiting. And you let's have some perception rolls, or a group perception roll, we can call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you're kind of waiting and watching.
Do you want us to all to roll?
Yes, please.
That's an 8 from Gunder.
14 for Vidar.
14 for Stieg.
Nice.
19.
Nice. Yeah.
Mm.
You Astrid, you see it first. You see a kind of a low shape off kind of to the north, kind of beyond like a number of yards, as it kind of comes through the you know, the gloom of the under tree and whatnot, as you see the outline of this wolf kind of approaching, almost at like a at like a crouch, at like a wolf crouch, right? Like it's stalking. It's trying not to be quite as seen as it wanted, you know, as it would want to be. But you are able to kind of to see it. And you are, of course, immediately drawn to the fact that there is something vastly different about this wolf boy from other wolves that you have either seen or heard about.
Well, it's a wolf boy. That would be something different to start with. Oh, God.
Okay, it's not a wolf.
Is it
It's not
like
a
a
wolf.
humanoid wolf?
No, not that kind of.
You mean like a, doggo kind
Dog
of
face
thing?
boy?
like wolf boy, like BOI. Yeah,
Wolf.
it's a wolf boy. Shit, where'd it go? And you can see.
Preteen wolf.
You notice like two key things that kind of set perhaps an icy touch upon you, perhaps, but you can clearly see that it has glowing kind of red eyes that you can clearly see from here, which is a number of yards distant. However, it's a good distance.
I'm gonna just spit out under my breath. Oh, Balder, protect us.
And you also you aren't able to make it out from this distance, but you can see that there is some kind of other kind of glow kind of up in between its eyes.
Like a third eye?
Oh man, that would
Or-
be wild. But we are
Or, I
not
mean, like-
engaged in the Vedic traditions.
Well, like, what do you
Yeah.
mean? Like the glow
But in
is
that, like in that
emanating
area,
and
yeah,
it's-
yep, kind of in that, there's some kind of glow, fainter than the eyes. The eyes are almost kind of burning bright, but there's another kind of third, slightly fainter glow from kind of between its eyes.
Yeah, even Astrid knows that wolves should not have glowing red eyes. Do
That's a nature
I-
fact.
do I have do I have any knowledge about any kind of stories that I've heard or religious things that I've heard about
Please roll a
wolves
religion,
with glowing red eyes?
a religion roll, or perhaps an arcana roll.
I've got a lot of advantage. Should I use advantage?
Use an advantage. Yeah,
Okay, yes,
absolutely.
I would
There you
like
go.
to use an advantage.
Hey, that's better.
Much better.
Okay, and then you said religion or arcana?
Yep, religion or arcana. I
okay.
would allow for either or.
That is 19.
19, nice. You
This is where you go. Nope.
You now this isn't. You're totally caught off on unawares. Um, you probably don't have any direct experience with this, which is probably good up until now. But kind of seeing this, kind of seeing these eyes and kind of seeing this other kind of thing, this other kind of glowing bit, you know that kind of like icy grip of dread, that kind of almost primal fear kind of grips you a little bit. You utter your prayer, and you feel better, and and you're like, oh fuck, and you're thinking about it, and you remember some some stories that you have heard that other people have talked about, that it is not uncommon in certain bad scenarios to have hell herself grant some kind of power to beasts or her minions, kind of ensorcel beasts, and give them over to more fiendish natures.
Oh shit. I am. Ooh,
That's heavy.
I'm just gonna say these wolves are magicked, and just nervously like back towards the tree trunk, like to see if we have to make a. Actually, I'm gonna take out my rope.
Oh,
And
nice.
I'm gonna see if I can maybe like throw it over a branch to like tie it so that we could get up easier if we have to like scale the tree.
I like it. Give me let's call it
Good idea.
an athletics roll. To-
And advantage. And I'm gonna
Right.
use
All right,
those, man.
That's what they're for.
Oh,
Oh,
two
shit.
11.
Dueling 11s.
Thanks,
That's
Steve TT. Yeah, that is a straight 11.
yeah, you it's not too difficult to, I mean, having thrown ropes, it is difficult to throw ropes, but it's not that difficult. You're able to you pull out a length of rope and kind of tie a knot or whatever to make it a little easier, and
You're so right, though.
you find a stout branch.
So right, throwing like your bear hang in the woods, trying to get that rope up over the branch.
Yeah, you're like, this should be
Come
easy.
on.
I have 6 carabiners on the end of this. This is no problem.
Yeah,
Meh.
yeah.
Turns out I've been paddling all fucking day, and my arms are noodles.
The whiskey doesn't help.
No, that's true. It never
Chad,
helps.
do we get the sense that these wolves have detected us at this point? Or are they still searching the area for us?
Yeah, she points this guy out, and
Yeah.
and you see it, and you're like, oh, that's different. That's new. That's not anything you've ever seen before. But you do have experience with wolves. This wolf, from its posture and kind of its movement, it knows what's up.
Okay.
It knows what's up.
How close are they?
I watch Astrid throw the rope over for climbing purposes. I'll do the same thing with my rope.
Okay. Please, test the whiskey.
This is a dexterity throw or dexterity check.
Athletics roll, my friend.
Athletics, thank you. Oof.
what about mathletics?
I'm
That
gonna use
might be
my
better.
advantage as well.
Okay.
That's gonna be a 17.
Absolutely.
And then I'm gonna
Yeah,
turn
you-
to Stieg and I'm gonna say, climb.
You
Yay.
do so, and you throw your rope up, and you turn to Steve, give him your command, and you about this time you hear Astrid, you've been kind of watching them, this one wolf, and it kind of stops and hunkers down, and then you hear it, you can kind of see it, and it howls again, and then you hear from back that other one back now closer, and two more answering howls from kind of the space between, much closer than you expected, and you hear the cry of foul birds in the sky. I think this would be a good point, my friends, in which we would roll initiative.
Okay.
All right. Let me find. Where's my pencil? So Gunder, you rolled an 18.
Brings me to a total of 20.
Astrid, 14. Is that
15.
15 total? 15,
I get a plus 1.
20 for Gunder.
Mostly because you're Austri, right?
7 for
Probably.
Steve.
Yes.
7 total for Stieg. Vider,
24.
24. So fast. Paya,
Man, you're gonna kill Paya. I'm gonna
5.
tell Paya to climb the rope I'm holding.
I'm going to support that move and think Paya was going to climb that rope when she gets a chance.
I will roll myself. And let's call that up. Oh. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Oh, wait, hang on. I might have just done dumb math. Nope. Oh, that's good math. That's good math. Okay. So I bet we're getting in combat. I don't need a cat buddy right now, okay?
You always need a
I
cat
guess
buddy.
I do.
Don't you
Wow,
listen to
I
him,
was
Harold.
fucking wrong. He just said. So Vidar, you're kind of near the base of this tree. A big red pine. You have a nice kind of crooked branch that you have a rope tossed over. You can see this one. I'm just gonna come out and say it. Hell wolf, off some distance, out of melee range for sure, a number of yards away, and it has risen, and is, where its action, it would be it is in the beginning stages of movement towards you. You can hear the cry of other similar beasts behind, and kind of spread out in like a semicircle almost between, I guess what would be like north and due east. You hear there are a total of four of these hell wolf cries, and 2 flying things above you. Well, my friend, how do you deal with this situation?
Who's first?
The closest
Vidar.
the closest wolf to me is about how far? Is it within range
so the
of my
one that-
longbow?
So the one that you can see, so your longbow is, what's max range, is 300 feet? As a U-bow,
Sounds right.
which is large, or is
Yeah.
a U-bow just more damage?
It's more
think it's
damage, I
just
believe.
More damage. Boss damage.
Yeah.
That
D10.
northern climate damage.
Yeah.
That
There
don't
is.
let your livestock eat you damage because it'll kill them.
I can't find the notes
Poisonous.
on the notes you gave us on the weapons. But anyhow,
I got
think
you.
it's
I got
300. Here we go. Longbow.
Oh, I can probably look it up too.
150, 600. So that's a long ways.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see this one. It would be that long range shot for
Okay.
sure.
With it,
And you haven't immediately spotted the other 3 wolves. You could look about for them, should you choose.
would it take my
wouldn't,
action
no, it wouldn't be an action.
All right, I'll take a quick peek to see if there's a closer target.
Okay. Give me that roll.
That's going to be a 13.
Let me make a roll. I should roll for them. Oh yeah. They are less capable, it seems. Hang on, let me make sure there's not some weird fucking powers that they have. Well, I mean there is. It's not necessarily that. Yeah, you kind of sight into that one and you're like, oh, that's really far still. And you kind of fan across, and there are two others that you can see that are closer. What's your short range again?
150.
150. So the other 2 are about within that range.
Okay.
But they will have partial cover.
Okay.
Hang on, let me double check my cover. They'll have half cover because of like where they're at through trees and stuff. They're
Okay.
a little bit obscured, but within your short range.
I'm going to ready an action to fire my longbow. Well, hold on. First of all, I'm going to do bonus action. I'm going to cast Ensnaring Strike. So
Okay.
that will take effect the next time I hits a target. That's good grammar. But and then I will ready my action to loose the arrow once they are out of cover, because I want this to count. So I'm going to be patient and wait for the shot.
Okay, so let's just do this. So I have easy identify. And these were I thought I had bird tokens, but I guess I don't. So
I mean, it's more mysterious this way. It's like maybe
This-
that's a ragged wing. I don't know.
right? Yeah, I like it. Thank you, Ashley. Always using her imagination. So good, so good. Yeah, so you have the kind of the first one is A. I'm gonna go like this. A little farther away from you. B and C a little closer. D kind of somewhere off still. Whoops. Kind of that direction, and then the bird dudes. God damn it, bird dudes. This isn't necessarily a representation of where you are individually, but just kind of a loose graphical representation of where they are. So yeah, so you use your cool spell guy.
Yep, bonus action to cast Ensnaring Strike, which will take effect on the next hit that I make. And then I'm readying an action to loose an arrow from my longbow once they are out of cover. I want to get a clean shot, so I'm going to be patient and wait for the shot.
Okay. At one of the A or one of B or C specifically, or Just
Any
wherever.
whatever wolf comes into view that doesn't have cover,
Okay.
and that's within range. And then I'm gonna say, Stieg, climb fast.
All right, Gunder, you are up. I'm on deck. What would you like to do?
Gunder is going to murmur a prayer to himself. There will be just a faint scent of ozone on the wind for a moment, and he casts heroism upon himself, which is a
Ooh.
concentration spell that makes him immune to being frightened, and more importantly, gives him temporary hit points equal to his casting ability every turn.
Nice, dude.
So he's buffing, and just has spear and shield out at the base of this tree and is waiting for the first fucker to come over and, pick a fight. And that's my turn, because that spell's an action.
Nice.
It's a great spell.
Stupid. I have the book.
Those-
I don't need a
Temporary hit
PDF.
points are pretty nice to have every round, right? Yeah.
For a minute, it's concentration, but you take what you can get.
Yeah.
That's right. PDF. Adobe keeps crashing on me. All right. So the wolves, we'll have these hell wolves go first. And they these kind of A and D kind of move and kind of rush forward, closing some distance, spending their move and their action to kind of rush forward to get within striking distance later. And of course you either one will break cover and allow you a shot.
Okay. I am going to use my advantage.
Okay.
That's going to be 23 to hit.
It's a good call there.
Yeah. It's going to do, so it's going to first off do, 15 piercing damage.
Whoa.
And then
He
these,
doesn't mess around.
no, a writhing mass of thorny vines erupts from the snow and start to entangle around this beast, restraining it until the spell ends. It's a concentration spell of 1 minute. It also takes 1d6 piercing damage at the start of each of its turns until it breaks the grapple. Restrain,
All right.
sorry, the restraint.
So it's just auto restrained, and it's got a bunch of damage.
It's restrained. It takes the piercing damage, and then at the beginning of its turn, it takes more damage. So we'll just have to remember that. And then it can use its action to make a strength check against my spell save DC to get out of the restraints.
Wow, that's
yep.
dope.
Yep.
How much damage was the total again?
It was
please?
15 piercing.
15. Oh yeah, there we go. All right. So yeah, you take your shot, and these this growth sprouts up and kind of holds it in place, and it kind of yelps and growls. The other wolf rushes forward, and then these two middle wolves kind of stay kind of low, and don't quite move quite a bit, but don't quite move as far, but kind of keep themselves in a bit of cover. And let's see, the Boyds will let's see, let me do this one, two, three, four, five. Let's do one of these. Ooh-ha. And hoo-ha. Oh, all right. Well, I guess the dice have spoken. Vidar, you take your shot, and you you begin to kind of cast about for what's happening next, as you have kind of locked down this combatant for the moment, and you hear a cry of warning. Maybe a little late. These things are moving a little faster than perhaps other Iceland had expected, as these two dark shapes swoop down upon you through the trees. And hang on, I'm prepared with fucking numbers. 23 hits you.
Yes.
And you will take 4 points of damage.
Okay.
And
I need to make a concentration save.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, I don't think that's gonna do it. That's gonna be a 4.
The talons of this blazing red-eyed, ragged vulture kind of scrape against your cheek, and your eye waters a bit. You're like, "Ow!" Your eye waters, and your spell dissipates.
Shit.
The other one, kind of as you are reacting to the first one, swoops down for you, and you kind of turn to and see it and move to get out of the way, but you find that its gaze is mesmerizing. Please make a wisdom saving throw.
12.
12. You feel almost entranced by the kind of red firelight of its eyes, but are not able to. But you kind of snap out of it as it kind of flies by, and are not in fact paralyzed by it.
Jesus. That's good.
Which would have been unfortunate.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
But
don't look at the flying ones.
And it's also gonna make a attack against you.
Of course.
19.
That hits.
All right. It will do 1 point of damage against you.
Okay.
As it also kind of strikes at you with its claws, with its talons, or perhaps its beak. I don't know. All right. That's me, Astrid.
Okay. I am going to offer a prayer to Balder, and I am going to summon his power and cast Bless upon 3 people, which is all I can do because I'm so little. So I am going to cast it on Stieg. And oh gosh. Haya, and I'm gonna say, I mean, Vidar, how high did you have to roll for that? That last, like.
You don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna cast it on Vidar then.
Okay.
So those 3 all are now blessed. You feel the warmth of the sun upon you. And let's see. Whenever a attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, you can roll a d4 and add the number roll to the attack or saving throw.
Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah, lasts 1 minute. And then, oh gosh, I don't think I can. That might be all I can.
That's your action.
Yeah.
You could.
You have movement. You
Yeah,
have
so
movement.
you can see, you can see Vidar has been engaged by these bird creatures. You see that first wolf that you had seen, he has an arrow kind of sticking out of it, and you can see the kind of the after images of these vines and plant growth kind of fading and kind of disintegrating, kind of brittling and breaking away as it loses its hold on it. And yeah, these other you hear the other wolves.
Do I
You-
think that I could climb that rope, like right away, or it will take me like more than immediately scurrying up there to get up?
Like up to the branch.
Yeah.
I would say that should your roll be sufficient in, say, an athletics climbing roll, you could attain it. It's not necessarily going to be the most difficult of rolls. If your roll is less than sufficient, you'll be on the rope.
gonna
and then,
wait.
of course, if you roll really bad, you're just down here still.
I'm gonna wait for Paya to go up first.
Okay.
So that's it.
Stieg. And then Paya is next. I'm going to try to remember to do that every time.
All right.
Oh, who's next?
Would it count as my action to climb the rope, or is that a movement?
That would be a part of your movement, and then an athletics roll will determine like how great you are at climbing a rope.
All right, I'm going to try to climb the rope, or the one closest to me that Vidar told me to go up.
Okay.
Because I think we have 2 up, right?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Athletics, you said?
Mhm.
$16.
Nice.
Yeah, buddy.
You're
Yeah,
motivated.
you
Plus 0.
yeah, you feel the warm blessing of Balder upon you. Not maybe a hint of the bright god that Balder once was is shining upon you as the cries of these wolves and these horrible bird noises, vultures sound like they're terrifying. And you very quickly ascend this rope, like you're showing a bunch of privates at boot camp how to do it. And you get up there real fast. Yeah. It's all
now,
armed too. No leg. You're just like, meh, whatever.
did I see Vidar get swooped on by that bird?
Yeah, you were
Can I
pretty
s-
close to him.
So from my vantage up in the tree, can I see that bird?
Yeah, you can see the birds. They're kind of, they haven't like completed their flyby. So they're still
Stieg, just so you know, you do have an advantage from Kai Whimsy.
All right. I will make note of that.
Kai is the best.
around.
Nothing's ever going to keep him down.
Okay, what to do? I will, all right. I'm going to cast magic missile at first level on that bird.
Nice.
Magic missile.
Magic
yeah.
missile.
So that will automatically hit.
It will.
3 darts. Okay. 1d4 plus 1. So that's 2. Let me just.
Oh,
All right, 5. And ooh, another 2. So that's a total of 7?
7.
No.
And then plus
Each
9.
one gets plus 1
and
to
then plus
damage, yeah.
1. So 10.
10. Yeah.
10,
Nice.
nice. Yeah, you there's probably a heartbeat where you're like, I could do this, I could do that, as obviously you were doing. And you're like, magic missile, because that'll counteract all these trees in the way. And you send out your rune of unerring strike as these as 3 darts strike into this bird, and it does some damage to it, and it makes a cry in pain.
What's worrisome is that means these birds have more than 10 hit points.
That was really
Birds
hoping to
should
take it
not have
out.
more than 10 hit points.
I mean, they're hell birds.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was hoping the hellbirds would be a little more squishy. All right, that's all right. That's my movement, my action. I think I'm going to say I'm good for now.
Oh, hi, Phoenix. Welcome to the
Hi,
party.
Phoenix.
Is going to scuttle up the tree. So
Okay.
I'll roll athletics.
Well, the rope in the tree, but yes.
She rolls a 15. Nope, straight up the tree. Zoop.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Is this the same one that Stieg went up, or which was Vidar's rope, or is it Astrid's rope?
I have been assuming this whole time it's been one tree. So that tree.
Astrid's. Oh.
It's the same tree.
Paya was
What?
near Astrid.
So we have ropes in more than one tree.
2 trees.
Yep.
Oh, I thought it was one tree.
I
but
mean, it
2
could be.
ropes, But okay.
I mean, if you want to be in the same tree, that's up to you. I won't force you to be in 2 trees.
I didn't throw the rope, so you guys make. I don't know.
How big are the trees? Like, do they look like they won't support like 5 people in a tree? Like, then yes, 2 trees.
No, I mean these are. I
They're
mean these are
big.
good size. Yeah, these are good size like red pines.
Yeah.
So I mean, one of these trees, there's plenty of room on these branches for the lot of you.
I would
Then,
would
yeah, the
probably
same
have. Okay.
It's the different one at the same time. All right, whatever you guys want to do.
Samesies.
Sa-
Samesies.
Samesies.
Samesies is good.
Samesies.
Because
Okay.
that way when
We're
Gundar is
in the
standing beneath the
same
tree
trees.
defending it, it makes more sense. So in that case, Paya will scuttle up into that tree and then yell words of encouragement at Astrid, which I will not try and emulate because I'm not that good at it, but it will give Astrid an inspiration die.
Thank you.
Nice.
Don't thank me, thank the bard.
Mm.
Thanks, Bard, who is not here.
And that's what Paya will do.
All right.
Nice.
Vidar, you are up. I forgot to tell you that you were up next.
Mhm.
Also, so I tell you, and that way I don't forget. You are immune to paralyzing gaze for the next 24 hours.
Hell
just
yeah,
so
I
you
am.
know.
I was just about to
Oh,
say the
because
same
he
thing.
made that save.
Because he succeeded on that saving
Yeah.
throw.
Nice.
Oh my god.
So Vidar, you were up. Gundar, you are on deck. So yeah, Vidar, 2 of your friends, 3 of your fellows are now up the tree. You know, 1 up your rope, 2 up a different rope, I think. The 2 birds have kind of flown off to your left, and appear to be kind of winging around. Kind of perhaps coming back towards you. One has been struck by magic missiles, and the wolves are closing in. What would you like to do, my friend?
So Astrid and I are still on the ground, and
Yep.
Gundar as well.
Yep.
Um,
The three of you are on the ground.
Is there a wolf closer to Gundar or Astrid right now?
Oh wait, No, Astrid. You went up a tree, didn't you, Astrid?
Not yet.
Just Stieg and Paya?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay, three. I miscounted. I apologize.
That's
Two
okay.
people are in the tree. Yeah, yep.
So as the wolves close in, Vidar is gonna look and he's gonna try to identify, is one closer to Gundar right now or Astrid?
Oh, sure. So I think these we'll say Astrid probably has the closest wolf to her.
Okay.
Here, let me adjudicate it this way. Let's just roll for it since we're using theater of the mind a bit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So Astrid. There's a wolf closer to Astrid than closer to Gundar.
Okay. I'm gonna bonus action cast Hunter's Mark on that wolf.
Okay, we'll say it's D.
Okay. So D is Hunter's marked, and then I'm going to take a shot at it. That will be a 21 to hit.
Oh damn. Yeah. It does.
13 plus an additional 3, so 16. 16
Nice.
piercing damage.
You loose an arrow, and it flies true, and the wolf lets out a small yelp, but charges on unperturbed in a overly cautious way, or you know what I mean. Yeah. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Gundar, you see that happen. A wolf closing in, more so on Astrid, but two wolves closing in towards you as well.
How far is Astrid away from me?
I guess I would think not more than a few strides, within a movement.
I guess what I'm trying to get a feel for that we don't really have well set up here is, we've got two people up the tree, right?
Yep.
How close are the three of us? Like, are we all huddled at the base of the tree? Is Vidar like way off to one side?
Also, Vidar and Astrid would have been at some point near that tree because they had. What the hell?
Yeah, we cast the ropes up.
Yeah.
So we're close to those ropes. Unless, one of you guys moved.
I don't even know what the hell is happening.
I don't know. Why is everything moving?
I'm trying to move. I'm moving the tokens around, and then every now and then it
They
switches what token is in my hand.
No, we are.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh.
Yeah, that's super weird. I'm going to note that. So it's probably something like, maybe like this, and you've got like this wolf is getting close. These two wolves are kind of sneaking, getting close, and this wolf is coming in also close.
Okay, wonderful. That helps me figure out what I'm doing. Although what I'm doing at this point is frankly just no. I am going to just brace and take the defense action.
Okay. The
And
dodge
that is it.
action.
The dodge action. Yeah. Although in this place it's hunkering down behind a shield with a spear out.
Yes. All right. And then me, I am next. So let us resolve that. Two wolves, these kind of two stealthy boy wolves, kind of finally break cover and charge towards you, Gunder. You can see that these two are a bit smaller than the than A and D, which are notably larger um, than than those two. But they charge in with a growl and a howl, nonetheless, and make normal attack rolls against you because they have pack tactics and are
Uh-oh.
big jerks. So the dodge action was a correct action, perhaps. And
I remember how wolves work.
I'm sorry. Shit, I just rolled that was a 12 or a 13? Does a 17 hit you? We'll say a 12. Does a 17 abscond your armor class? Okay.
Ooh.
It's a
nice.
negative.
The next one,
Oh,
a 23.
Nope.
Wow.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, it does. Oh. I know you have a close to 20 something armor class.
Right at.
Yeah. So let us give you some damage.
Ooh, shit.
We will call it 8 points of damage. And please make a wisdom saving throw as it looks longingly into your eyes. You succeed
shit.
gloriously.
Are you blessed?
No, but that's a total of 20, so I'm good.
Oh.
Yeah, you
No wolf romance today.
Yeah, and you are immune to its paralyzing gaze, or rather, to paralyzing gaze, for the next 24 hours as well. Astrid, this larger wolf dashes and leaps at you.
Okay.
17 plus a 22.
That hits.
That hits. And this big wolf boy. Whoops. Ignore the third 4.
Okay.
Would like to do 11 points of damage to you.
I would like to do a reaction.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh shoot, where is it? Okay. So this is my domain feature.
Oh.
As the creature bites down upon me, you just see like my whole body go rigid and my pupils dilate to tiny little specks as if I'm looking into a bright light, and this burst of like invisible energy just kind of waves off of me. How many people are like, not people, how many enemies are within 15 feet?
15 feet. We'll say 2. This wolf C on Gunder and this wolf D on you.
Okay, so then both of them have to do a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, wisdom saving throw. Hiya. Okay. Does a 10, 11. 11. Does an 11 succeed? No, I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
No, it does not.
And the other one, even worse. So it does not succeed.
So they take 1d4 psychic damage.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's fun.
Do you want me to
Nice.
roll for each, or It was a 1.
I know these.
Yeah, you
D4s.
could go. Yeah, you can roll for each. I'm done with
Okay.
that.
Hey,
All right.
So C and D take damage, so minus that, and that one takes 4 damage. Okay, nice. Are there any other strange effects from that?
I think that is. I want to say that's it, but I'm not entirely sure as I've never used this before.
What's it called?
It is the spread of agony.
Ooh, I like that.
So
That's
metal.
cool.
Yeah, as the wolf kind of bites into you, you know, you you do that, sharing your pain with them. I think even your fellows nearby, like you, don't get damaged from this. Probably Gunder and Paya feel it, but you definitely you're like, that doesn't. Why don't I feel great right now? That doesn't feel good. Like, as you kind of sense this wave of power happen. Nice. Vidar, I'm gonna let's see what happens here. Let me do one of these. Yeah, I see you guys. I'm just gonna finish my turn.
Thanks, Kai
Hold your-
Whimsy.
Hold your-
Appreciate it.
hold your horses. So Vidar, the birds wheel about, and one of them is making a break for you, and you can see the other one is gliding higher, perhaps against someone in a tree, and this wolf is going to gain access to your body in a physical way.
I don't like it.
I know, I wouldn't either.
Feeling violated.
And the wolf will attack you
Mm-hmm.
with advantage because he's a jerk. And a 25.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry,
That will hit.
24.
They'll definitely
and
hit.
You take one of this and one of these. You take 7, 8, 9 damage as it
Okay.
bites into you.
9
Into
total.
little, yep.
Okay, I need to make a Constitution saving or a concentration save against that. And I also get a D4 because I'm blessed.
Yeah.
Blast.
17 should do it.
I would imagine so.
Okay,
I
so
need to make a
it maintains the
concentration save as
hunter's
well.
mark.
The bird comes at you.
That mother bird.
With a 20 something.
Yep, that'll hit.
Oh, there we go. And attacks. Hiya! Yep, for 1 damage.
Okay. I have to make a concentration save. And a D4. A 9. I think that fails. Right? Concentration save doesn't
Yes.
have a 10 or
10 or
Yep,
half
10
damage
base
every
10.
time.
Yep.
Yep. So my hunter's mark is no longer active.
And Stieg, a bird is gonna swoop at you, and it rolls a natural 20.
Oh my god. All right.
And it's
I'm-
gonna do, oh my
Yeah.
god, maximum 8 damage against you.
TPK on the way.
He also stares deeply into your soul. Please make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
And you have a D4,
Wait,
don't
how
you?
many?
Yep, he's
You
blessed.
did eight damage.
8 damage.
As
Okay.
it
So you got to roll 10 or
takes
higher.
it takes a bite out of you with its nasty beak.
Wow, that sucked. Okay. I'm going to
Oh, you know
saving
what?
saving throw. You said
Yes, sir.
wisdom.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to use my advantage from earlier for this.
Nice.
There it is.
Good
And roll your
choice.
d4.
D4.
Oh, you can still do the D4. So 14.
Yeah, I always do
Absolutely.
the D4.
Yeah, you're blessed.
So 15, and then what my wisdom modifier is probably nothing, but let me just, yeah. So 15.
Nice. It's a good thing you roll with advantage. Yeah, you feel it its gaze upon you, but you resist, and you are also immune to paralyzing gaze for the next 24 hours.
Hey, Chad, real quick.
Um,
I actually did make the concentration save. I forgot to add my Constitution saving throw modifier, so it was an 11, so it would have saved.
No worries. No
Yep.
worries.
So
Oh, I
Still
had
got
actually
the
had a
hunter's
plus
mark.
2 to mine too. Sorry, I did mine wrong too. I got
Yeah.
even better.
All right.
So I'm
saves all over the place.
Yeah. Thanks to the
So yeah,
bless.
let's take this second to pause the action as the party is beset by beasts from hell herself, perhaps, who knows, but empowered by hell nonetheless, to take a short break for human purposes. We'll be back in like 10 15 minutes. What do you guys want to do?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
15 minutes. We'll be back in 15 minutes. Roughly 10 after Central Time. You know, whatever. 10 after, I guess at any time, because, you know, time is always on the hour. It's just forward or backwards.
All right.
I mean, it
Sounds
checks
good.
out. Yeah. So we'll see you in 15 minutes. Stay tuned. Thanks. Stay tuned. Welcome back, my friends. Thank you for still being here. Hopefully you're still here. I don't actually watch the stream when I'm DMing, so I'm not actually sure. But if you're here, awesome. Hopefully. So where were we? We are in up a tree, partially at least. Two of our party members have climbed a large red pine. Three of our party members are kind of ranged about the base of this red pine, facing off against a number of hell-infused wolves and some vultures who have nefarious purposes against our party members. Astrid, you are up. You have just been attacked yourself. Gundar was attacked. Vidar was attacked by wolves. A bird, one of these hell vultures, has just attempted a very obvious eye peck against Stieg, who thankfully was able to move in time, so it did not snatch his eye from his face. But he has a large gash on his head, and he's got some blood, as he was, of course, critted for maximum damage. It was 8, but still, it can be a
For
lot.
a wizard, that's pretty
for
bad.
a wizard, yeah, right. So, yeah. What would you like to do?
I would like to withdraw up the rope like I did last time when there were zombies.
Okay. I will. So you could you can obviously use your move action, your move as to move up. You would be leaving an area of. You would draw an attack of opportunity, is what I'm trying to say, unless you were to say disengage.
Oh, disengage. Sorry. Yes,
Yep.
that's what I meant.
Yep.
The
I was
disengage.
getting you there.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm long-winded.
Yes, I would like to disengage up the rope.
All right. Please make an athletics roll for me.
Okay. I am going to use an inspiration on that. So that's advantage, right?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay. Then, yeah, 14.
Yeah, absolutely. You kind of scamper a bit, and the wolf takes a snap at you, but you kind of like use it. You kind of swing out of the way of its bite, and maybe even plant a foot on its nose to push yourself up the rope a little bit, and are able
Nice.
to ascend to the heights.
Good.
And Stieg, you are up. Paya is on deck.
Can I tell how Vidar is looking?
Vidar is bleeding from a number of wounds. He has been slashed from the vultures. He has been bit by a wolf.
All true.
Pretty
All very
rough.
true.
Yeah.
All right. Oh God. I'm going to cast False Life on Vidar.
Oh,
Oh my.
interesting.
Oh wait, I can't. That's self range.
Oh shoot.
Hey, who's necromancer now?
That means you can only do it on yourself, huh?
Correct.
Dang.
Yes.
All right.
Unless you have an
Oh.
unless you're able to have an existential crisis and mechanically become Vidar.
Yes.
The next best option, I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb on that
Yeah.
fucking wolf at
Okay.
second level.
Nice.
Lovely.
So just concentrating on my diamond, I'm going to just hurl this tiny sphere of fire at that wolf in front of him.
Okay.
Let's see, this will be a
Is it
ranged
a-
spell attack, and
okay.
then it'll be okay. $14 plus a D4 for my attack roll.
Aren't you also blessed?
Yes, that's my
That's
bless.
the D4
Oh,
So
got it.
17 to hit.
plus.
14 plus 3 is the 17 to hit. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, 14 plus 5 plus 3.
There
So
we
it's
go.
actually like 21.
Yep, absolutely.
or 22.
Yeah.
And then it's 4d8 damage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well then.
Runewalker.
Right. Someone help me keep track of this because this always disappears too fast from my
All right,
brain.
go ahead.
All right.
We've got you. 7,
7,
9,
9,
11.
11.
Come on.
Come on.
15.
Okay, that's it.
15.
15 fire damage.
Nice job.
15. All right. And that's against A.
Yeah.
Okay. You hurl this small orb of fire, and it bursts in a small eruption of flame as that engulfs the head of this beast. Yeah, and you can see the hair like on its face is like kind of burned away, and you see raw skin, and you can clearly see the mark of hell burning between its eyes, and it looks real fucked up now.
Oh.
But it is it still wants to be your sweet wolf boyfriend.
Which
Oh,
one did you hit,
God.
Stig?
That was
A.
A.
Just checking.
Wow. Okay.
It looks real bad. Real bad.
Shit. Good job.
That's what I got right now.
Yep.
I don't
That
have
was
any
huge.
bonus actions
That's a
or
lot.
anything.
That was a lot of damage. That helps.
Hiya. Hiya.
Bring the pain.
Vicious mockery, wolf A, because it's now ugly and mostly dead, and fuck you. And that's my vicious mockery, which is why I'm not playing a bard. So it's gonna need to make a save. That kind of save is a wisdom save.
Nope.
1.
I don't do it.
Oh, la la.
He rolled a 1.
Oh, yeah.
Ayo.
Nice.
That's 4 psychic damage and disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Yeah. It crumbles into a heap
Nice.
and is consumed in fire.
Yes. Thank you.
That helps.
Oh wait, I have a thing.
I
for
is
that.
fond of you, Vitter.
There we go. Let's do move that guy there. We'll do one of these. Where did it go? Do one of these. Okay, I guess I
Do
will
one of
be
those.
dragging my. Weird. Why? Okay. Anyway, Vidar, you are up. Sorry, I've been bad at this. Gunder, you are on deck.
Vidar will take a shot at the one nipping at Astrid's heels who has the hunter's mark
Okay.
on
number
him.
D.
Yep, D. You know what? I have an advantage. I'm gonna use it.
Do it.
This one's for you, Kai Whimsy. That is going to be a
Nice.
28 to hit.
It
Going
sneaks
to
in there.
be.
Yeah.
It's going to be
Between its-
11 piercing
Between its
plus-
armored plates.
So it's going to be 13 piercing damage.
Where
on-
where would you like to put this deadly arrow?
The arrow flies through the tree branches and hits it right in that sort of glowing third eye on its forehead, and turns out the lights.
Yeah. It your arrow strikes it, and there's a flare of hellfire, as you were,
Mm.
from that spot, and it kind of quickly consumes it in a heaping pile of ash, not unlike the other one.
I will use my bonus action to move the hunter's mark to wolf. Which one's the one on Gunder? C? I guess, yeah, I'll move it to C.
C and B.
Okay. I'll move it to C.
All right.
And that is my turn.
All right. Gunder. You are up. I'm on deck.
I think it's time to stab a wolf in the face. It's the part that's close to me. So with his shield up and held, Gunder
C
is
is one that has been injured.
Oh, I didn't know either of them been injured. Capital. Then C will get stabbed at his face because it's a wolf, and he was dumb enough to provide that to me. I'm going to use that advantage I got.
That's a good call. That's a good call.
That only brings it to a 14. Does that hit?
Yeah.
Oh, you can use your. Are you blessed? I can't
I'm
remember.
not.
Oh, okay.
No.
It does not hit
Oh.
Big man.
by the barest of margins.
Oh.
No, by the wolfest of margins. These aren't bears.
By the
yeah.
hellest of margins.
Mhm.
By
more
the hellest of
specifically.
margins,
Yeah.
indeed.
To
Yeah.
hell with you.
The wolf says
Um,
exactly.
I will pray to Crom. He laughs at your god, and that is my turn.
Okay.
All right.
Ah.
Blah 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 blah. Bird A is going to attempt to fly away, as it is looking not great. Stieg, you would be able to reaction against it should you
Okay.
choose.
Get it.
I will choose. I'm gonna just fling a firebolt at it.
Oh yeah, because you can do that. The best. I need that. I need that. In Dave's game, so hard.
Okay. All right, 17 plus 5, 22.
Oh yeah.
Fucking
Right.
it.
And then 1d. Oh, where's the? Okay. Come on, baby. 6 fire damage.
6 fire damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
You it engulfs in flames and falls from the sky. A crispy
Ritter.
scavenger chicken.
Chicken wing.
Yeah. The other bird is going to continue to harry Vidar unsuccessfully. Its packmate is gone. Gunder is going to be assaulted by these 2 hell wolves, but they will levy the full advantage of their pack against him. So that's a no.
Thank
Oh,
goodness.
hell no.
Ooh, 17. Okay, 17. So that's plus
19.
1, 18. Your AC is 19.
Correct.
Um,
Hmm.
19 is still solid AC. I ain't gonna
Yep.
apologize for that.
Oh,
It is.
absolutely, absolutely.
it
Real
is.
nice. Real nice.
It will, of course, hit you,
Tank much?
and you will take 2 plus 3 damage, 5.
Yoki. I end up only taking 2 thanks to temporary hit points. But he's
Oh
my concentration
yeah,
check. Concentrate like a motherfucker.
yeah.
Ooh,
I feel like
doggy.
if you roll a natural 20 on a concentration roll, you should get to cast another spell. Like,
Ooh,
haha,
I like that.
that's a different game. That's a high power game we'll play someday.
Yes.
But also, if you roll a 1, I get to cast a spell on you.
Yes.
Okay. Astrid, see, I'm bad at this. Astrid, you're up. Stieg, you are on proverbial deck.
Okay.
Ooh.
So yeah, I'm just gonna cast Toll the Dead on Wolf C.
Yeah.
As he has taken some damage. Let's see. You hear an unkindness of ravens howl from nearby trees. Yeah, I looked up stuff on kindness.
Yeah.
And I reach out and I point towards Wolf C, and he does a wisdom saving throw.
Yes. Hiya. Nope.
Yeah, okay. 1d12. 2. He takes 2 damage.
Okay.
It's necrotic. I don't know.
Better than 0 damage.
Oh, it's necrotic damage?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, you're right. It's an agent of hell, so maybe it gets a reduction of some kind.
It does, in fact, take less than you would have expected.
Dang it! I
Shitola.
should have cast the other thing. All right.
It takes the 1 damage.
Probably
Eh.
half.
It's better than 0.
That's true.
Chipping away.
Every little bit counts.
Who? Does anyone in the tree look terrible? Like,
I mean, ain't none of us
Besides
pretty.
Peter?
Steeg doesn't look
or
great.
actually,
Veter looks mauled.
anybody like look terrible? Gunder, do you have enough? Could you withstand another attack? Maybe. No. All right, then I'll cast on Gunder.
Yeah.
My bonus healing word.
Nice.
So that is 1d4 plus my spellcasting ability modifier. It's not a lot, but it's something.
Nice.
Ooh, you get 8
Nice.
hit
Nice.
points. That is the maximum I can do.
Yeah, it's a
Nice.
maximum. Maximum hit
Maximum
points.
I can do.
Hey, Jokey.
I bet you
What
that's the
up?
maximum, eh?
Oh gosh,
Okay.
that's all I can do.
All right.
That's it. That's my turn.
Steeg, you are up. Paya, you are on deck. Steeg Gunder just got some heals. You're down to 2 wolves and 1 bird, 1 vulture. Attempting to. It looks like it's trying to vomit on Vidar. That's what vultures. That's what vultures do. It's real gross.
It's trying to feed
Right.
me.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
going
trying to feed you.
I'm gonna guess that it's like not normal vomit.
It's not.
Oh
Get away.
god.
All right. I'm gonna just prioritize the wolves and go after B
Okay.
and throw another chromatic orb
Nice.
at 2nd level. This
Noise.
time a little lightning to inspire Gunder.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
What
I
do
used
gotta
to
do for
have
this
that
again?
spell, and then they revised it away.
Doesn't Paya have Bardic Inspiration as a bonus action?
Spell attack, range spell attack.
Ooh.
I think it was, yeah, but it has to happen on her turn to give it out.
That's what I'm saying.
She
She
inspired
already
somebody.
gave some to.
Oh my god.
He hasn't used it.
I just thought I'd mention it.
No, I used inspiration on my last turn. I thought some kind.
All right. That's
See?
Extra
I
minute.
missed.
You need more.
I missed with a
Just
10.
10. A 10 does miss. You're out of inspirations.
Yeah, I used my bless on that. That was a horrible roll. Damn. Yep, that's my turn.
Aw, I know I didn't do great either, but I mean the heal was great.
I missed as well.
The heal
Look,
was
we're rolling
fantastic.
around here.
The heal was fantastic.
Paya.
Paya is going to give Steeg some encouragement after having seen that terrible whiff. And
I should have done something else actually. Never mind.
no, if you did fine. Just aim a little lower, and yeah, pat. I'm the worst bard. And then because I hate wolves, she's going to vicious mockery Wolf C, making fun of his mangy coat.
She has got to have other spells other than vicious mockery. Please,
She
God.
does, but I don't want to burn through her spell slots and resources without a good reason, because I am a custodian of this character.
All right. I mean, Steeg's doing
I
it.
mean, hopefully she has some healing spells.
Oh no, bards don't have any heals. What are you talking about? Or if possible, we'll use those after combat if we live that long. The important part is, please make a wisdom save for Wolf C.
I made it.
Oh,
Go fuck yourself, Wolf. We're through here. We're done.
You're a bad dog and nobody likes you.
I know. I'm a hell dog. I'm a good hell boy.
We're all gonna die.
Vidar, you are harried by this vulture. You can hear insults being slung at the two wolves facing Gunder from above you. Yeah, what you got, boy?
Well, I still have Hunter's Mark on Wolf C, I believe. And
You do.
I know for a fact that all of our merch is 35% off right now in our store.
Oh wow!
So you can get like that shirt that Andy's gonna hold up real quick for $13.
Hot damn!
Yeah.
We're running a.
I just, we're,
It's
I
in
just
the
messaged you
wash.
back. It's in the wash right now.
It's in the wash. All right.
Yeah,
They
it's
got,
in the wash. Sorry.
You know, you got these shirts, etc. Anyways, he's gonna take a shot at
We're
Wolf
running a
C.
sale mid combat.
We're multitasking. Do I have any advantages? No.
Somebody's
Where-
got to hit this wolf.
Where's the chat? All right, I'm gonna take a shot at Wolf C. Ooh, 13.
Oh,
Hold on.
sorry.
I'm
That
blessed.
sucks
I'm blessed.
When Pete's not here,
That's gonna be
16.
16.
that'll hit.
Oh,
Nice.
thank you, Pete Lutenberger. Wait, he's not even here.
He's not here. It sucks when
That's
he's
gonna
not here
be-
because he's not just throwing out advantages everywhere.
Spamming advantages at us.
So that's gonna be. Ooh, that's gonna be 8 piercing plus an additional Hunter's Mark damage of 5. So a total of 13 damage
Nice.
to Wolf C.
All right, let me double check. Baka.
Andy, you gotta have that shirt ready because I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Where would you like to
every
place
single
that
night.
arrow?
This time I'm going to see it sort of growling and baring its teeth at Gunder, and I'm gonna fire it right down its gullet, right in front of Gunder. Just
Yeah. You do. It dies in a similar incendiary attack. Or it gets it's ash. Gunder, you are up. Sorry, I forgot to mention that again. And I
No,
like
it's
that.
fine. Gunder, thankfully, low-level paladin, very straightforward gameplay. Stab him in the face with a spear. Here we go.
Do it. Yes.
Nice, 21 hit.
Yeah, man.
Hey, that's 10 shanking to the face damage to this wolf.
10 Stabby McStabbersons.
10 stabinoids. Stabinose? More like stabinos.
Stabinoid. That's what happens when you're really pissed at your pizza.
avoid the Noid, man.
Stabinoid.
I'll stabinoid any day of the fucking week.
What
I
was
ordered
that?
the bad pizza.
Avoid the Noid.
Yes, it is. I'm done. That is all
Okay.
I shall do at the moment.
I will. Let's see. Wow. Yep. My Hellboys. My Hellboys are going to attempt to break ranks. The wolf turns to flee, not disengaging, hoping to levy its action to move, as will the vulture.
Does a 15 hit the backside of the wolf?
Nope.
Then I
Oh
missed
wait,
the wolf.
yes, it does.
Then I hit the wolf.
Yeah.
I do 7 points of wolf rear stabbing.
A butt stabbing.
It might have been the rear flank. It could have been perhaps in the ham or the hawk. The point is 7 stabbing.
Okay. Vidar,
Yes.
you can make a similar attack should you choose to use your reaction to do so, as this hell vulture seeks to escape. Escape, as it were.
I think I'm going, rather than doing that, I am going to ask Iceland if she would follow it to see from where it came.
Oh, you dirty, dirty dog. Nice. Yep. Yeah. So
Stealthily follow behind it.
fly off.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll roll some adjudication on that a little later. We don't have to do it. We won't do it right now.
Yep.
Yeah. Your stab, not quite a death stab, Gunder, but it very much doesn't like that. It with a yelp, it bounds off as fast as it can, using its move and its action to move again into the trees away from you.
Into the hilly brush.
Yes, into the brush. And I think at this point we can abscond ourselves from initiative. Should anyone desire to take some long range pot shots or give chase at all, I would allow you to do so. That is of course up to you.
That's got your name all over it.
Is the wolf within 120 feet still?
That's a good question. Let me double check how far wolves move. It's it's still within 120 feet.
All right, I'm gonna
good, but it doesn't move that far.
just send out a magic missile after him.
Nice.
All right. Just,
No survivors.
I love it. Just burn
I
up all those
mean,
spell
what-
slots. That's what I like to see. Just use them all up.
Yep, because there's
All right, so
not
that's
a bunch of Draugr sneaking up behind us.
Oh, Jesus.
That would never happen. Not in my game.
In Saltmarsh, it would.
It would. In Saltmarsh, they wouldn't be sneaking though. They would be banging pots and pans, and we would still miss that.
All right, so that's 9
True,
force
very
damage.
true.
Yeah. This wolf is is loping away through the snow and kind of trying to zigzag through trees and whatnot. But your magic missiles, always striking true, drop it mid stride in a blaze of fire and a pile of ash.
I would like to see if I can spot any magic users or cultists or whatever that in the distance, like somebody who might be assisting this or calling this down upon us.
Sure. Please make a perception roll. Nope. You cast about.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 3.
Oh.
I do get a +4, but it's sad.
Yeah, you cast about, and you don't spy anyone amongst the trees. You look out kind of towards the river, and you see no one that direction either. The a kind of a cold wind kind of blows through the trees as the quiet of the winter's day settles back upon you. Breathing heavily, flushed with battle lust, perhaps, and in some cases bleeding profusely from a number of bite marks. What's up, Dave? What do you got?
Vidar will fall from his will fall to the ground. Basically, I don't think he was in the tree, but he'll fall to the
You were
ground,
not in the tree.
injured, bleeding, blood all over. I mean, I'm looking at his hit points, and yeah, it warrants it. It
looks like a
slumps to the
bloodbath
ground.
because, of course, any amount of blood in the snow, it looks like you've just slaughtered like 10 people.
Yeah. He kind of collapses. He's not unconscious, but he's definitely on the edge.
Yeah.
Gunder is going to run over and place his hands upon Vidar and give him back 15 hit points.
Thank you, sir.
With an effect not unlike, an AED. Just whoop.
He reaches up and grasps you as you do it. Gunder, are they gone?
For the moment. There may be more. Just kind of claps him on the shoulder.
Did you mean to let that bird go?
Yes, Iceland is following to see from whence it came.
Might be good to know. Okay, I'm gonna start climbing down out of the tree.
Is everyone okay?
I will do well enough. And dude looks actually relatively unharmed, shockingly. Thanks to
Gunder.
heroism.
Nice.
Does Paya have healing that is like a cantrip or no?
There are no healing cantrips in the game.
Mm-mm.
She does have some things that, as a bard, that'll help us gain back hit points if we take a rest. But I have a feeling we're going to want to be moving shortly.
Yes,
Yeah.
we do not want to leave ourselves exposed in this place.
I can heal up some people depending on how badly we're doing.
I'm at just over half.
Vidar looks very good now after
Okay.
Gunder's help.
And
Power
Gunder,
of 4 compels you.
how do I think Gunder looks?
Is you got a scratch on him.
Okay.
Those temporary hit points really paid off.
Yeah, that's a great
heroism.
spell.
right?
Heroism is choice.
I've never seen that in action before, but that's nice.
They're high.
Stieg's.
Hmm?
Stieg is still quite a bit injured. A bit injured.
I'm like
Half.
Yeah, I got pretty messed up.
Halvesies.
Yeah, about half.
Okay.
What is
if
your
we-
halvesies, may I ask?
I'm
Am
at
I allowed to
13
ask?
out.
I don't
I'm
know.
at 13 out of 21.
Oh, okay, okay, yes. I'm gonna cast, let's see. Cure wounds, I think?
Ah, yes, another vulture reduces those. I'm just kidding.
All
Yeah.
right, so I come over and I take your hands and I murmur a word of prayer, and you feel again that the sunlight seems just a little bit more intense, and it feels nice. And oh, sorry, that's not the right thing I want to cast. I want to cast with
17 hit points back.
yeah, right. Wouldn't that be great? Nope. Let me just get everything.
It's like more than
I'm
like
just gonna
possibly.
roll all the dice.
Oh, you heal 11 hit points.
Oh, that's great.
I'm
Nice.
rolling good with the heals.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Fucking A.
Okay.
All right. You Vidar, you you got what do you got?
No, I was just
Andy.
saying thank you.
Oh, okay. Vidar, you take a look and like you see through Iceland's eyes, like as she's like leaving that distance of communication, and she's following this vulture from a good distance. Give me perhaps a stealth roll for her.
Stealth. Okay. It's gonna be a 10.
10. Okay. From a good distance. And you you are kind of still kind of gathered about this tree, perhaps coiling ropes, curious kind of piles of ash and bone, where these wolves once stood, and a trail leading off, away from you, across down towards the river. What do you do, my friends? What do you do?
I say we take off after the way the wolves went, because it seems to be the way the tracks were still going. Yes.
No.
No, the
No.
tracks were going a different way.
Yeah, the wolf that broke and ran. I guess I wasn't super specific about that, but he made a break kind of back the way he had come, which was north, and the tracks kind of continue west a bit, but kind of break a little south as they cross
So
the
Iceland
river.
was trying to track the
vulture.
raptor, the vulture that
Yep.
flew. So that and that creature flew where? Or do I get
Kind
anything
of
from
westerly.
that? Okay.
Westerly,
but not on the same
definitely.
direction as the tracks that we're following. They're headed south and west.
Yeah, from what you can tell from where you're at now, they're kind of making their way down towards the river.
Okay.
Their way downtown.
We must continue to follow these tracks, Gundar.
The
Stieg.
question I have
I
before we
agree.
get to that part is where the birds and came from. That was the direction the tracks were going, right?
Yeah, I think so, right?
Generally,
Okay, then yes, we should continue on.
yes.
I was just making sure I interpreted that from earlier correctly.
It's not entirely clear, just out of character, that the two are connected.
The birds came kind of from the north.
Yep.
Oh,
It seems
okay.
like they may not be connected, potentially.
They came off of from a different direction than the direction we think the tracks are going.
And that was what
Yes.
Iceland was trying to ascertain to see if they were connected or not. And it seems like possibly not connected. We'll see.
Pudding. Yes, let us continue.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. So, did the birds also have glowing red eyes?
Yes.
Hmm.
Okay. Then I will say I believe they are connected in some way, but I do not know if they came from the same source. Same supernatural being, perhaps.
Nevertheless, our path lies along these tracks. Let us continue. And Vidar will start to hustle forward, breaking trail.
All right. You follow the trail that these now five, I've recount in my head, 5 kidnappers, 3 kidnappers and their 2 fellows have, or vice versa, have left for you to follow unintentionally, as it were, down to the water's edge, or to the frozen water's edge at any rate. You can see clearly that their trail leads across the frozen river red. You perhaps with a deft eye, Vidar can see that things as ever they do on the water are changing, and this could be a treacherous crossing, perhaps not. Chance is always a fickle mistress. But we will get to that, my friends, next time when we come back to Midwinter Keening, a Thursday, which will not be next Thursday. Yeah, not next Thursday. So next Thursday, the 1st of July. That's correct? Because you will not be here, correct, Dave?
I'm not around next week.
Right. So next week we will not play because Dave is the he's a behind the scenes man, and we won't be here. So we'll have next week off. So rest well, my friends. But we will be back a week later to find out what happens when they step onto the ice.
Here's to
On
not
the 8th,
dying tonight.
on
Jesus.
the 8th.
That was
Yeah,
dicey.
that was there were some good rolls and some bad rolls. You did, however, all save against albeit it's not a difficult
Freya
save
for that one.
against that against the paralyzing gaze. That would have been real bad. That would have gone real bad for you.
Yeah.
But yeah. Hey, if you're still around watching live, thank you as always. We super appreciate it. It means a lot to us that other people are interested in the shenanigans we get up to, and the fun that we're having, and the stories we're telling. Hopefully we can continue to be better and do better, and tell awesome and fun stories that other people enjoy. We have, of course, an amazing sponsor today, as always, Dream Realm Storytellers, who has graced us with their sponsorship. They're, of course, the fantastic designers who developed, kickstarted, and published the Svilland campaign setting, which we are playing today. We are giving away a revised edition, a PDF of the revised edition, newly minted within the last, I think, 3 weeks now.
Something like that, yeah.
Fully updated, more pressure tested, more edited, and it's really good. New art. It's fucking glorious. It's so good.
Pretty.
Oh man.
You could
And
win
of
it
course,
tonight.
it's cool Viking stuff, and we're winning it. Someone's winning. We're all winning realistically.
We're all winners here.
Winning.
But somebody will win it. You can enter if you haven't entered yet. You can enter right now by typing DRS into the chat, and I'll give you a few more minutes. I'm going to talk about some stuff. I don't know. My friends, here's a question for you, my players, my friends. How are things going for you? Like what do you feel good about? What do you feel could be better? What do you want to see happen in this game that we're playing together?
More wolves.
Well, okay, I mean, yeah, we can do that. Yeah, absolutely.
If we get to
Ours
skin
are real.
those.
No, sorry. More wolf meat is what I meant to say.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We can also do that.
I'm feeling good about this cryptic Astrid backstory that Vidar and Dave, specifically Dave, can't quite understand yet, which is fun.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm digging that big time, and I don't know.
There's a lot there. There's
Yeah, it seems like it.
yeah, I and Chad and I, like, we made stuff.
Just it appeared.
We did.
Like
we
we
did
really
make
worked
stuff.
on it. We worked on it. And I think even like later some of the supplements came out from Dream Realm Storytellers and we're like, yeah, that is exactly what we were actually planning. Like, good job. I don't know if it was like so good that we automatically went in that direction or if just, great minds think alike, whatever. But yeah,
That's cool.
I'm waiting for it. So yes, more characterization will get you guys more background because all right, I mean most of us are like super fans of Critical Role, right? And they
Never
have
heard of it.
such amazing deep backstories and I had never seen anything like that in any of my previous D&D games that I've been a player in, and I was like, you could do that? Like, that's so cool. So I'm trying it.
If you get
fun.
good backstories, the campaign's half written.
Right.
I got a vague
Exactly.
plot, and then here's an entire arc. Look at that.
Yep.
Wrote it for me. Life is good.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, like, oh boy, yeah, I don't even have to like worry about like bosses, like the real bad stuff that happens. Like that's already been written for me because someone wanted to go real metal, real hard.
You pretty much live to go real metal, real hard.
Yeah, like you may or may not out there in the internet land have heard of Nork Bork. Which is a super
Andy's
like
gonna run a game of that for us.
super
in the near
super
No. No.
super like Swedish like black metal like RPG.
Andy's
It's really
the
dark.
expert.
Yeah, and there's some of that shit right here in Svilland. Like it's wow. Yeah, it's great. Anyway, I think unless anyone has anything to add, I think I've rambled enough. I think it's time
I'd
to
like to add one thing.
do it.
Amanda, when you see this, I apologize for everything that happened with Paya.
She's not dead.
Yeah.
We're all set.
Sorry. I
She
meant to
didn't
say
even
at the
take
end,
any
she just
damage.
falls out of the tree and breaks her neck.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Now I apologize. I'm kidding.
Rising.
That's a narrative death right there.
Canon.
Or a narrative paralyzation. Anyway, hopefully enough of you are out there watching and have said, yes, I want to win this super cool metal Viking RPG supplement for campaign setting. Let's have Ashley as the proverbial countdowner. Please
It's
count down
literal
for
in this
us from
case.
5.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
Wily Hobbit.
Hobbit.
Oh shit, Wily Hobbit's here.
Yeah.
All right.
And incidentally, Wily Hobbit is going to be running a campaign or a one-shot, for the virtual Greyhawk Con. So that's kind of cool.
Nice.
Wily
Yes.
Hobbit, if you're here, you just won the digital copy of the revised campaign setting for Svilland. Congratulations.
Hell yeah.
Hell
Phoenix is still
yeah.
here. I feel,
Yeah, thanks
man,
for being here,
I feel
John.
good about. I feel good about that. You know, you get to the end and you're like, oh, some people you know are still around watching you play D&D. I love it. Wiley Hobbit, are you here? Say yeah. Say yeah if you're here, Wiley Hobbit.
I'm gonna be sad if he's not here. Please don't make me sad.
No, might have.
He's a good dude.
He's
Mhm.
still on the list of users, but
He's given me a number of gift subs to other Twitch channels
Oh,
just
really?
randomly because that's how it works. Yeah, like my
I love
first
that.
two, I think Gazumba, and there was one other one that he like. You can do the random sub. And
Oh, right.
I got him from him. Yeah.
Well, we'll reach out to Wiley Hobbit and make sure that he gets the link.
He gets what he's got coming
Right.
to him.
He
is
gets
I'm
what
saying.
he's got coming.
Dave, are you around for Saltmarsh next week? Are we playing Saltmarsh next week? Or are
We're
we
playing Saltmarsh next week. Wednesday
Okay.
night is game on. We have delved deep into the Pinara ruins on our
I'm so excited.
path, our portage, and our journey, our venture north towards the Maradu village, where we hope to find some clues for whatever
some
side quest we're on.
some
We're like
super
3
ill
side
elements.
quests deep. We're 3 side quests deep in the
Two
Beyond
bone
Soul.
nagas. 2 bone nagas.
Yeah,
First room of the dungeon.
yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. Oh,
glorious.
there's more to come. There's more to come.
Glorious.
So
I
yeah,
love it so much.
check us out next Wednesday, same time, 7 to 10 p.m. CST. Love you
All right,
guys.
my friends. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Go watch Phoenix Milwaukee.
Oh yeah, should
Watch
we raid
Lord
somebody?
Kazumba.
Let's
Oh,
raid.
shit,
about
we could
we
raid somebody.
Phoenix?
Yeah, how about
Hey,
we
let's
raid?
raid somebody.
Phoenix is not
Kazumba's
live.
online.
I was thinking Lionhead Gaming.
Okay.
why
We
not?
haven't,
Yeah,
we
take
haven't
us
raided
there.
them for a while, and they do some fun stuff. So let's
All right.
check them out. Let's make sure they're not on a
it.
break though,
I'm strangely
because that's
not
always
followed
awkward when you raid somebody and they're on a break.
or haven't started yet.
Yeah, Phoenix. That happens.
Still
a
10
lot.
hours till Avernus.
Okay, so they are good. So let's do this. Let's go to our guys. Bear with us here. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna do a little raid action.
Come on, dude. Don't pull a J. Don't hit the wrong button.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. We're gonna go to our end screen, but we will be raiding. Stick around. Let's do this and hit them up. Thanks.